Twitch. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. We are going to go through a bit of an altar tour today. Just have a little wander around my altar spaces, tell you a little bit about what I've got on there and why and what they represent to me and so on and so forth. So let's get started. So this is my main altar. I'll say altar number 1 because I have a few. And this side, it's still set up in a kind of Wiccan way, I guess. So even though I'm not Wiccan as such, I am eclectic, but it's still kind of set up that way because no matter how much I try to change it, it still ends up that way. So it's obviously just the way I do it. So this side's got like the god representations, and that is Coronis. In my case, we've got like the antler horns and stuff, and this candle, by the way, smells awesome. Yeah, it's rose chestnut, yum. So yeah. So we've got some more, we've got a little candle holder here which I use for like quick spells, you know, like the little chime candles. And then I've got another god representation there. This is actually a wand that my friend's mum made. I've got a few items that she's made and I think it's beautiful. It's got like the runes on the bottom there, some crystals and feathers, and I just love it. I think it's so pretty. It's got like that woodsy feel because I'm like really love the woods, and so I really love to have that like woodsy kind of feel around me. And maybe I'll do a house tour, show you around my woodsy witchy home. And this one is, it's like a woodland, yeah. He's my little green man as such, and another god representation of Coronis. And there he is, and I've got that one from my shop, that wand. I love him. I've got my gold candle to represent my god as well, and some altar salt there because you can never have enough altar salt, always very important. Here I've got my Athame. Obviously everything on this side of my altar is phallic for the male, and then obviously the goddess is the sort of womb, like your cauldrons and stuff, but this is my Athame and I love her. She has got the pentacle on there with my camera. There we go. So there she is. She's actually quite shiny. So normally she's like covered in wax and all sorts because I use her to carve sigils in my candles and all that kind of good stuff. So this side is my goddess side, and I kind of look at my goddess as the moon goddess. Although we do have a cheeky little tree elf thing here as my chalice or goblet or whatever you kind of want to call it. I love him. It's kind of like a little Groot in a way. I've got my bell there for clearing my space. And then here, ouch. Here we have, everything's set up wrong so I can't pick anything up. I have some acorns in my offering bowl, some cinnamon and some star anise, I think that is in there. And there should be some crystals hidden in the bottom there. Here we've got some red jasper and that. These acorns were actually gifted to me by a customer, and because I've never seen acorns over here because I am in Spain, so I was really happy with them. And this is actually new. This is my smudge bowl, which I love, and this is another item that my mum's friend made, and it is my smudging feather. I love it. I really love it. Little crystals on there and lots of feathers. And yeah, so, and on here I've got one that I made myself, as you can probably tell. And then I've got my Palo Santo, and I'm not sure what that one is actually. I think it's a mixture of cedar. I can't remember. But yeah. And what's great about these bowls is right in the middle of them they have the hole, so that, you know, when you want to put your smudge stick out, you just pop it in there and it will put itself out, and then you can just like put the embers around the edges, which is great. This is like a spray that I've got for sacred space. It's an aura spray, so I just spray that around my altar. Gives it a good cleansing. I still cleanse with sage as well, but that's like a little quick blast. These candles are here for absolutely no reason whatsoever apart from the middle one, which I use for all my spell work. In there at the moment is a money candle. I actually wrap these candles myself with herbs and glitter and all that kind of good stuff, oils, essential oils and things. And this is actually a money drawing one, because I am actually planning on doing a money drawing kind of spell at some point. Yeah, so that's what I use that main candlestick for. And then I've got my Goddess Representation Crystal in the God, which is smoky quartz and clear quartz, and the silver candle for my moon goddess as well. And I really, really love this candle. Oh, sorry, I've gone to talk about my bowl there. As you can probably tell, I am voice recording over the video after. So yeah, this candlestick, I absolutely love. Candle holder. It's an antique one and I absolutely adore it. I think it was my grandmother's. This is one of my new cauldrons, and you can tell she's like squeaky clean. I love her. And I actually am just drying out some orchids that have fallen off my plant. Ah, they're beautiful. My favourite one's the blue orchids, but I've got some purple ones now. So, oh, they're just stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then underneath that, and I love that triple goddess emblem on the front of the cauldron, is my friend made this. It's a triquetra, and she made that design on there. And I charge things on there, put like, sprinkle my herbs around, or if I'm making jar spells or anything like that, they go in the middle. I don't burn my cauldron on there because it is wood. And then I've got like my incense holder there, and like an extra table so I can fit stuff underneath. It gives me a little bit more space. And this has actually got the triple moon and the pentacle on it as well, which I truly love, that little table. So yeah, that is my main altar where I do all my charging. Well, you can see there's not much space on it. And that selenite lamp I use for charging jewellery and crystals as well. It's actually not set up for anything in particular at the moment either. We've just come out of Yule. This one is altar number 2. So this one is more of a working altar. This is where I do all my work before I will put it onto my other altar, or if I just need more altar space, if I'm doing numerous things at a time, I will do it on this one. And I've got my little sign there, beware, spells are practiced, on here. So this one's not set out in any particular way. It is just as it is, and things are just kind of laid on it there. I've got this cauldron as well. This is my newbie cauldron. She's a beaut, right? She's huge. Love her. She's new, as you can tell, because she's still got the label on there. And then around her I have my little earth, air, fire and water candle representations, which I also have on my main altar that I keep in these salt lamps on each corner as well. Forgot to mention them, so there they are. And so what else do we have on here? Another one of my candles, that's one of my sigil candles, again to do another money drawing spell with a sunstone on there as well to do as part of my spell. And then I've got another one of my candles that I make. This is one of my ritual candles, and this is Get Your Witchy On. Such some selfish plug. Let's get some of my products in there too, huh? That one's just a random candle that I've written protection on. And this one I bought in a fair. That is like a goddess plate. Love it. I mostly cleanse my crystals in my singing bowls. I love doing that as well. The sound is amazing, and my space as well. Some voodoo dolls. I picked that one up in Salem, and this one I picked up in the Salem house. It's my corn dolly. Love her. Because I can't make corn dollies. I've never tried because I just know I can't. I can just tell already. And then I've got a little pentagram candles thing at the back there, which I picked up from like a thrift store kind of thing. Then I've got another, that's actually a love voodoo doll, and my mortar and pestle. This one I've got left over from Halloween. I didn't light him. I didn't use him in part of my ceremony because I couldn't light him. But and I've also got my full moon incense and a full moon ritual in the background there. I love this incense. It smells amazing. I got it from Tamed and Wild, which you can find online. They sent me all these little cards. It was actually one of their subscription boxes. It was a one-off subscription box, and it was amazing. So check them out under Tamed and Wild because they are worth looking at. So yeah. And on here we've got some moon phases, burnt wood moon phases. And this part of my altar, there's nothing really significant here. I've got just a lot of random things. This is a pouch that I keep herbs, some oils and crystals in that I carry with me for anxiety and protection. And this is a little bottle I made for courage with some wolf hair and cloves, but the top fell off, so I can't wear it at the moment till I get a replacement top. And then up here some more spell candles and just bits and pieces that I've collected, just kind of witchy stuff. At the top is my pink cauldron that I picked up in Salem. I went literally on a hunt for that and I love it. I love that. And there's a little spell bottle up there waiting for a friend of mine as well. And for when she comes back over, she can pick it up. So yeah, that is altar number 2. And it's just got, there's some hagstones on there. And I love this altar cloth. Again, it's like the woodsy altar cloth, the Green Man, Saronis type representation. And I love it. I've got my besom in the corner there. And yep, some more sort of woodlandy things, because that is my theme for everything. And so yeah, and these altars are next to each other, you know, so that I can work off both of them, and that way I don't have to jump too far across the room. So yeah, that is those. And this part is just on the right hand side of my altar, and this is where I keep like my sweetgrass and dried flowers, lavender, and just things that I've collected or my son's collected for me, some cotton flowers. I love cotton flowers. They just feel so lovely. Just even doing that feels lovely. Little cotton flowers there. So, and that cauldron I actually picked up in Andorra, and I've got a few of them. I love it. And there I've got like my incense burner that I can waft around everywhere. But yeah, this is one of my pieces that I really, really love. Here is another thing that my friend's mum has made. This is my altar besom, and I just love it so much. It's got black roses and the pentacle, and it's just so pretty, and it feels lovely too. It's super soft, so I really love that. This my friend made for me also, and it's got all the symbols on there. I think it's got the lotus at the bottom as well. Yeah, and I really, really love that. I've got another one in pink as well. So love, love, love. Here's where I keep my Book of Shadows or my grimoire, or whatever you prefer to call it. And maybe we'll do a video and we will go through some of that at some point. This one a friend made, and it is amazing. This is a journal book, and I use this to manifest my shop, and I will give you a video, like a run through of that, because it is stunning. It's just a stunning journal, and she hand makes them. And so I had that sent over from the States. I love it. And this one is what I use for doing my spells when I need to burn paper or put pieces of paper in jars or things like that. I use that little book, and I just pop them in my cauldron, poof, away they go. So, and this book stand, I absolutely love it. I found it in a secondhand place, and I just adore it. It's one of my favorite things. So those are my 2 altars, and we're going to move on to another part of the house. So this is altar number 3, and this is the divination altar, and this is, yep, today I am a good witch, always. This is my bad boy cleansing stick. Oh yeah, I love him. I brought him back from Las Vegas, and it's just taken me forever to get through him. I got this candlestick, which I love, from Witch Casket in the UK, which is a subscription, and love that. This I put my 1-card reads on when I do those. And basically this is just where I keep any of my divination tools, from tarots, oracles, to affirmation cards, and my crystal ball, palmistry. Just where I keep all those kind of things, so I can just kind of sit here and do my thing. And I love to do that, and I love this candle. And palmistry guide. It's just aesthetic, this candle, I love it. So I'll do another video sometime where we go through some of my decks. Those 2 are my favourite oracles, the Oracle of the Unicorns and the Alice in Wonderland. Love them. And those magical spell cards rock my world, they truly do. Love my spirit animal oracles I got for Christmas. This is a wonderful oracle deck as well. And yeah, loving my good tarot, which I recently got as well. So what else do we have hidden around on here? Just got some bits and pieces, my little crow there. And yeah, I love this little, it's a little sweet trolley that I've used. I also got this in my witch casket, and this is like a protection plaque. It's got like the cauldron, and then here it says, what does it say? I can't really see. Sacred space, pure and clear, only good may enter here. I drive away negativity as I will, so mote it be. So I think that's lovely. It's a nice thing to have. And this one was given to me on my birthday by some of my friends. They clubbed together and got me lots of witchy things, and this was one of them, and I love it because it matches my candle. It's awesome. I love this altar cloth. It's really thick as well. Loving that. Under here is my pendulum cloth or pendulum board, but it's more like a velvet sort of cloth that I picked up in Salem as well. These are my pendulums. This one is my newest addition and I love it. It's clear quartz point, and then inside it has many different little crystals in there, all sorts. They've got some, I think it's carnelian and can't see quick enough, but it's got loads of different ones in there. Then I've got my amethyst one. I love this one, but it is quite heavy, but it's amazing. I love it. Love, 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 love. And then I have my clear quartz, which I use that one probably the most. I kind of connect to quartz really well. It's my favorite. This one is my jade little mini unicorn horn. I love that so much. It's super cute. And this one is a rose quartz one, which has a little chip on the end. And I actually gifted this to a friend because I had a chip in it. She gifted it back to me because she thought I would use it more. So yeah, got some more altar cloths at the back there, and one, this purple one, is my favourite underneath. And then at the back I have this Taiki dice board, which was made by a guy in the UK recently, and he sent it over for me to try out, and I actually am still learning how to use it. Here we have some little bits of information on tarot that I've written out, tarot spreads, and here I have my rune stones, which I've got a mixture, like the mixture ones. I don't have a particular stone, I went for the mixed because I couldn't decide which ones I wanted, so I thought I want them all. Why not? So yeah, that is basically my divination altar. I've got my little moon here, which funnily enough wouldn't light when I was doing this, but as I turned the camera off afterwards, up it lit, and I was like, yeah, typical, go you. Here I have some chakra stones. I do have all 7 of them in those little black pouches. It's just to realign my chakras, and they are used for meditation stones as well. And here I've got my main tarot deck that sits inside that lovely gothic bag, which you can't really see the picture of, but it's really cool if you could. So yeah, that is my little divination altar, and I love to sit there and chill, do my little card readings. Moving on. This isn't so much an altar as this is like a little workspace that I've got, and as you can see, like in the start of the video, my glitter witch pack there that my friend wood burned for me and gave me for Christmas, and it's one of the favourite things that I own. I think it's amazing because it was personally made for me and I love it so much. And on here I've got a couple of really random items. This is an old ink blotter that was given to me by my family. It's antique, and there's a couple of antiques on here. That is actually from Wales. I'm originally from Wales, and that's from the mines in Wales. And I have my Ouija board under there, which this is not a Ouija board that I use. This one I actually use as a hard surface. Yeah, because I have many of them in the shop, but this one I don't actually use. It's just kind of, I really love the art on that one. It's Anne Stokes, picked it up in Salem. And this one is my ink, which is actually dried out because it's been in there a long time and I've just not used it. Use it for spells. Got a bit of Harry Potter fan there, Hufflepuff, more candles, some Dove's Blood ink there, and some Moon Magic ink, and that's really lovely because it's sparkly, and that's by the Village Witch, which I also sell in the shop, or you can check them out online as well. Another Hogwarts candle, yes, I love Harry Potter, and my little witchy bell. Here I have my skull, and I love him very much. He was damaged when he arrived, so I couldn't put him in the shop to sell, so he stays with me. Here's my owl. He watches over everything I do, and I picked up this book in a Christmas fair. A little cat sat in the window, love it. This is a gift from my friend, I love it. It's a little vampire cat, and she made a little chain, like a moony ball around the neck. And then we've got some other bits and pieces that I keep on here that I've just collected over time. Some very random things that I picked up in thrift stores. And this I made, this is like a little tarot thing. I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, oh, I want to make one of those. Originally it was Alice in Wonderlandy, and now it's turned more tarot. Changed it up a bit, so yeah, more Harry Potter cushions and stuff. And yeah, that is basically my little workspace, and I love it. I like to chill out there and do my thing, sometimes record my videos. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think, and let me know what else you would like to see from me. Blessed be all. I'll see you later. Ta-ra.